Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel Umstead, host of the RNG radio show. And today's guest, award-winning, and I'm talking about back-to-back-to-back awards, the #1 tattoo artist that you should be going to, my main man, Nacho, came on the RNG radio show. Good brother, how you doing today, man?
Hey man, how's it going? All right now.
I'm doing good. So tell me, what actually got you into wanting to become a tattoo artist?
As a kid, I always was drawing. Then I kind of fell in love with music for a little bit. As kids, we go all over the place trying to figure out ourselves. Actually, it took a long time, man. I had odds and ends jobs. I did this. I pumped gas. I delivered furniture. I delivered pizza. It's like I've tried different endeavors, but yeah, man. I just happened to get my hands on a tattoo machine, and like a friend of mine was like, "Oh, you should, tattoo," and I'm like, "I don't know how to do that. I really don't." And then a friend of his ended up setting the machine up, and then I ended up doing it. It wasn't good. It was ill-advised, but the key part to that was it was a learning experience because when I used it, it felt like it was natural.
Nice. I've never heard of that with anybody's passion before. I've always heard say that you got to care about your craft. You got to be passionate about it. But you are actually one of the first people that I've had on the radio show that said that it just came natural. It was just natural.
Yeah. It felt, at first I was nervous, but then as soon as I started, it was like, it felt like I did it like deja vu. Like, all right, it was like riding a bike, but I never rode a bike before. It was like a comfort zone. And, through the years, I never thought that it would be like what it is now. When I started, it was at the beginning of before they were Ink Masters and all that stuff. So it was one of them things I never thought that it would have such an impact on, how society, period,
Okay. Now, how long have you actually been a tattoo artist for?
14 years.
14 years? Wow. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. And throughout the 14 years, what has been your most memorable ink that you've done that you're like, wow, y'all gotta come look at this. Come look at what I just did. What has been, or I know you probably got a few of them, but what's like one of your top 2 or 3?
My top one, I haven't done it yet.
I like that. Okay, Nacho. Okay, the interviewer is literally becoming the interviewee where he's going to hit it back.
Because see, I don't have no trophies in the room for a back piece. I don't have no trophies in the room for a whole front piece. I don't have a trophy in the room for best from head to toe. You done tattooed this person so much and so good that we can't even give you too many trophies. We're just going to give you one big one. I don't have it yet.
Okay.
They didn't even make a category yet like that.
Okay.
Just head to toe, give me a 3-foot trophy so I can just sit. I don't even need a glass case. We're just going to sit it on the floor so you can look at it.
Gotcha. All right. I love it, man.
Winner circle.
And before we actually continue on, where can actually folks go online to find you on social media?
So you can go on Instagram, Tattoos by Nacho. You can go on Facebook, and it is Nacho Tattoos, or you can contact me at Color Your World. And the color is spelled like the French European, which is COLOUR. Because that is the original way of the word color, and not what we know it is now.
The American version. Americans.
Yeah.
The Americans.
Yeah, that's basically it. Or you can go to eternalinktattoo.com.
Okay.
I do have a gallery on there and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. I'm not a social media. I'm going to be honest. I'm not a real fan of, this is all new to social media. I'm used to just tattooing. I post a picture. I look the next day, see how many likes there are with the, the impact of COVID. Now I have to do, like online interviews. I have to do consultations.
I was gonna, so for somebody who's looking to get a tattoo, because with getting a tattoo, you guys do so much stuff, you know, to making sure not only the equipment is clean, making sure that the area is clean, making sure that the environment is clean, and even just, you know, going through the books themselves. It's like making sure that it's a, because one thing that I did learn, even though I ain't got no ink, but one thing that I did learn is that prior to getting an ink, you got to make sure that the shop that you're going into is clean. Because if it's not clean, then obviously the type of equipment might be used on you might not be clean. So with the process right now with COVID going on, how does somebody, you know, go through you to get it set up?
So the first way we do it is you have a few options. You can email the shop, which is Eternal Ink, TAT, the number 2 at gmail.com. You can email me at Senor Nacho Tattoo at gmail.com. Or you can go, just go to one of the social medias and just, you know, I'm a real person. You know what I mean? You can DM me, I'll answer you. You know, I got a wife, like I said earlier, we're comfortable, you know, we're straight where we're at. So you could DM me as long, you know, I'll be honest with you, you know, if like the first thing I open up is some crazy stuff, I probably will ignore it. Like, I'm a professional, you know, I'm straight.
Business is business. Are we talking money and this is what you need?
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
discuss.
exactly. If I open it up and it's like, hey, you know, what can you do for me? I only got this. I don't, you know, I'm professional, you know. But yeah, that's the way to do it. I'll be honest right now, like I don't have an opening until September. Like I'm working on like October soon. So like it's been definitely a change of things. It's one of those things where COVID is it's been bad, but there's been some good because now like such a person like myself, I had this time to sit in the house now and do nothing but draw for 3 months. So now I have all this art, I have all these designs. So it kind of gave me the time to reset and sit down and go ahead and start thinking about later on. You know, I do have like some clothing stuff getting ready to come out. You know, can't really say the name right now because it's not all the way 100% yet. But
I got you, man. I got you. We keeping this low key. Nobody's gonna see this except for, you know, the millions of people watching.
Yeah. I can't give the name out, but it's gonna be a surprise. But definitely the art that's inspired is a mix of, I'll have to say, watercolors, photography, and abstract art.
Okay. Now, is there anything that, as a tattoo artist, that you will not do or not put on somebody's body?
Well, I mean, I've actually now I'm going to tell you right now, I've actually been to California. Okay, I've been in Compton on the streets. You know, I really have like been out there. I don't do gang stuff, only because of the fact that I don't know if you're an official gang member.
Right.
Same time, I'm not really a promotion of gang things. If that's what you want to do, then you should find an artist that specializes in that. You know, like if I love doing facial tattoos. Right now, the COVID is kind of like killing it right now with the whole mask. You know, I'm not doing them, but I love doing facial tattoos because of the fact that it's always the pressure of doing it right because you don't have many chances to mess up here. You know what I mean? Yeah. But what better place than the face to advertise you? You know, like if it's done well, there's no hiding it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're going to cover it with makeup or something like that. But you know, that's why I like facial tattoos. I love, like, you know, I'm really fond of like this fancy script work. You know, this nice little LA script. So, you know, doing that above the eyebrow, like, which is popular, you know, it's fun to do. I like doing it. It's a small tattoo, but it's one of those tattoos where you can't hide it. So everywhere you go, it's advertisement for me. Let's be honest, you know. So anytime I get the chance to like free billboard, I'm gonna take that.
Okay, awesome.
You know?
Now, as far as when is what you call it? Not saying that I'm looking to get a tattoo.
Okay.
But my girlfriend's going to probably eventually pressure me to get one since she already got two, so I eventually got to match up. For somebody who's looking to get a tattoo, when is actually the best time to actually get the ink on their body? Like what type of season?
Okay. It depends on what type of now tattoos are very weird because of the fact that it varies with ethnicity. And what I mean that is we're not going to just go with the obvious right from the door. Let's go with somebody who's pale Italian. Okay, you're like, oh, she got pale skin. She can get every color in the board. No, 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 no. Italians have an olive undertone. So if you know this, now you have this greenish undertone. So as you start tattooing it and you put yellow or anything like that, it automatically with the melon starts to transform the yellow with the olive. And now you don't get a true yellow, you get this dirty looking color. You know, ethnicities such as, you know, of course, African Americans, blacks, you know, I'm half black, like me. I got color on me, you know, and as soon as it healed, it was gone. You know, color is not, it can work on African Americans, but it has to be applied the correct way. And not only that, you just have to know what colors balance with other colors. You know, it's very, let's just say that the lazy artist is not going to want to tattoo you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, let's be real. Like anytime that they can't just grab, like there's artists that love doing art and love tattoo and will actually sit there and talk to you and draw, and there's other artists that would rather just take something off the internet and put it on you and then get your money and go. So you know, it depends on what you're looking for. You know, unfortunately, it does happen. You know, where people won't budge off the design that they want, and it's been all over Pinterest and Google. So, you know.
Gotcha. And then before we continue on with the interview, Nacho, where can folks find you on social media?
They can find me on Instagram at Tattoos by Nacho. You can find me on Facebook at either Nacho Tattoos or Color Your World, and the color is spelled COLOUR. And or you can just like literally go on eternalinktattoo.com and you'll find the gallery and all that good stuff. You know.
Okay, awesome. And then another tip that I want to steal from you, even though they should honestly begin it from the artist, but as far as with self-care with the tattoos, because especially when I was on the beach recently, uncrowded beach, folks. I ain't got nothing. Uncrowded beach. I wasn't near nobody, but I noticed the plastic. Of course, because it was on some woman's leg, the plastic that was covering it. How long usually does that plastic stay on somebody?
All right, so you got there's many different ways to take care of tattoos. If you're going to a beach, I would suggest what's called a tegaderm or sanoderm patch. And what it is it's almost like second skin. They use it in like surgical procedures. You know, it's a lot on C-sections. You know, you'll get this like, I don't know, it's like this clear film. It's a breathable, microscopic, clear film. And you literally put it on the tattoo, and then that's it. You leave it on there for up to 8 hours. It's protected. You know, I suggest that if somebody who's going to work and getting tattooed, you know, you got tattooed and you're a waitress or, you work in automotive or something like that. Yeah, put that on there. You know, that way it protects it. There's other ways such as just literally washing it a whole lot and just applying generous amounts of like A&D or, Aquaphor ointment or whatever your ointment of choice is. They do have aftercare products that are designed specifically for tattoos. So, yeah, you can use those, which I highly recommend. But a lot of people don't understand is that before you get the tattoo, you have to take care of your skin. You have to prepare your skin to be traumatized. Let's be honest. I mean, you have a needle that's puncturing skin. So, okay. I mean, if you moisture it and you condition it to be softer and all that, it makes it easy and more easy workable for the artist, and also easier to accept pigments and stuff. And then even when the tattoo is healed and you can rub over it and you can wash it and you still want to do sunblock. You still want to put lotion on it, because all the elements are eating away at the layers of your skin. So, there's no way to have your tattoo never get undamaged unless it's in an area that never sees the light of day. So you have to take care of it before and after. Okay. It's a process. It's not just I get a tattoo and then I'm done. no. Like, if you want it to look like those tattoos on Instagram and Facebook and everywhere that you see, you have to go through a process. It's no different than dreadlocks. No different. You have to go through a process. You have to condition your hair to lock up. You have to, all that. So that's why I said, like, just safety, health, and just awareness. Those three issues are being, like, totally overlooked in the tattoo industry and just in social, like, period. I've seen stuff on Instagram where people are tattooing in their kitchen with no gloves on, and there's a turkey on the oven behind them. I mean, yeah, man. Like, oh yeah. So it's definitely people. I think people are seeing it as so popular and everything, but everybody's overlooking that it is a surgical medical procedure.
Okay.
Like, at the end of the day, it really is. So you have to treat it, like, seriously.
Now, as far as, because I did see some of your work, and a couple of pictures that I did come across, I could tell where it used to be a tattoo, and then of course somebody changed it to where it was supposed to be. But as far as, like, completely removal or complete cover up, does you and your shop actually specialize that as well? If somebody got, Brandon across the neck and Brandon is no longer around, or Brandon decided to cheat and everything like that, do y'all do cover ups or anything like that completely?
So I do specialize in cover-ups. If you go online, I have a really nice cover-up from this lady named Crystal. It was a beautiful cover-up. It's like a skull with some roses. I have some other cover-ups. But we don't do the laser. You need a physician's license in New Jersey to fire a laser in order to remove it. And I don't know anybody that has a physician. I mean, I do recommend going to who, like, kind of like shot me a little sponsorship. So shout out to Go Tattoo Removal. Okay. If you need tattoo removed, go in there. They're very good. They're professional. I can say I sat there and watched a friend of mine get it done. It is a little pricey, to remove a tattoo. To get it covered up or to laser it off, either or is going to be pricey. Because you have less of a margin of error. Plus, you also have to work with existing, like, what's there. It is a lot. And the design, I will say this: people who are looking to cover things up, allow the artist to suggest, like, what they think will cover it up, because of the fact that nothing about cover-ups.
Right.
So, like, trust the artist and then let him come up with something. If you don't like what he comes up with, there's plenty of other artists, like, exercise and do your research. I mean, I would say is to Google, the best cover-up, or, tattoo cover-ups or something of that nature in your local, whoever's watching this. And then, like, use Google, use Yelp, use these reviews and all that stuff. I mean, reviews are kind of funny, but, like, do the research.
If it's back to back, bad, don't think that one good review is gonna set it apart from everybody else.
I'll be honest, like, I got a few bad reviews and I got a few good reviews. It's situational.
Obviously, the bad ones didn't see your award, so there's that.
It's people not. It's people either A, they didn't like the price of it but still got it, or it's they just didn't. It didn't meet up to their expectations, and then, like, whatever. They had outrageous expectations, and that's another issue is that if you have outrageous expectations, you should have outrageous money.
Okay.
Let me say that again. Outrageous expectations with outrageous money.
I'm trying to get my fat kitten on a shark rocket blasting through the moon with only 5 stars. If you do 6 stars, I can't do it, but I need 5 stars on here. Now, real quick with the design. I mean, when people have these outrageous ideas, or when they come to you and say, like, hey, I want to pretty much have an ice cream cone, on my left arm, but I want it to be a certain color. when you're actually doing the drawings for folks, like, is there a cost with the drawings, or how does that work?
I mean, there is a draw fee. It does depend on the level of detail and
Okay.
also like how big the drawing is. I'm not going to draw for free.
Right.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure so everybody else listening and watching is making sure.
Absolutely. Like, there is a draw fee. At the end of the day, I don't know, man. It's one of them things. Like, a lot of times I freestyle a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. Coming into tattooing, no one taught me. If you listen to the earlier, I said it felt normal. So no one taught me how to tattoo. I've never taken an apprenticeship. I've earned this license through just years and years of just doing tattoos, and just I've been lucky to be around some good people, and I've been lucky to be around bad people. So now I know what to do and what not to do.
Right.
But yeah, I freestyle a lot. I'm known for watercolor tattoos. I'm known for lettering and, like cover-ups and just I color. I do. It's weird, like, somebody of ethnicity doing color tattoos. You know what I mean? But
Gotcha.
yeah, I definitely loved working with colors. Black and gray's fine. I'll do it, but I like working with the colors and the different, pushing the spectrums of what can go together.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, awesome, awesome. And then because this is an entrepreneur show, and I have business owners,
Okay.
and, people that have their own brands and products, what advice would you give to somebody who's looking to get their business started, or even during times like these, with COVID, the social injustice, and everything going on in the news? What advice would you give to somebody to continue on, or even just sparking the fire in regards to getting started?
As far as business goes, the first thing that you need, like, for starting a business, is you have to have like a solid, like, fundamental, like, ground, period. You got to make sure you've done your research. That is the most important thing in today. Research. Look up, if you're working with clothes, look up, the fabrics. I'm doing that's what I'm doing right now. That's why there's no name, because I'm looking up the differences in fabrics, and 60% cotton and 40% polyester versus 100% cotton. I want to make sure when you get this product that it's not going to shrink down from an extra large to a medium. You know what I mean? Like,
I was just doing fine until I can't fold my arms, mama.
Like, here's a good example. Like, all right, here's a good design of a shirt. This is actually the 16th chapel, and it's just wrapped around the whole shirt.
Okay, and that's something that you had designed, or you had picked it up?
That's inspired of, like,
okay,
of what I'm trying to do, but mixed with, like, art, But this is a friend of mine who made this, so this was like the inspiration to kind of like the startup. But the wife was the first startup, and then a friend of mine was like, "Yo, check these out," and I was like, "Yo, I definitely love these." So it's way different. But starting up a business, it's the foundation. You have to have people around you that believe in you, man, because you're going to need their help. Like, anybody, it's really hard to do it by yourself, especially when you have like a child, you got a family. So, you're going to need some help. You need to have some good people in your corner. Do your research. Even if the people in your corner are telling you do this, just check it out anyway. Always be open-minded. You never know when an opportunity is going to, like, cross your path, or, who you're going to meet, and stuff like that. Oh, networking is important. Like, we're doing that right now. Networking is super, super important to the small businesses, entrepreneurs. How are we supposed to know who you are, or you are, or you are, if we're not networking?
Right.
There's just so much, man. I mean, like, that's just the ground level. Have a really good product that you actually believe in, and that you will support 100%. I cannot stand an owner of a product that, oh yeah, I just put it out. Well, if you don't believe in it, you don't use it, and you don't wear it, then what was the point? You're crowding the space.
Right.
Do something different. I'm not a corporate person, so I don't like corporations. If it was my way, I'd rather X out all the corporations and just small business, the whole United States, all the way through from one coast to another, because there's definitely enough people and enough ideas to do so. But yeah, man. Other than that, it's just it's those fundamentals, man. Groundwork, research, and just having a really good product, and just being open to new stuff because that's what that's what times change.
Yeah.
Times change.
There's 2020. It will definitely be going down in history. And I mean, even adding on to
Here's proof. If when you were 12 or 13, would you be thinking that you can just go anywhere in the touch of a
with the touch of device, man. And I even tell that to my son all the time. He's always on the phone, got to playing some baseball game or looking up something that has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. And I'm like, son, I was like, you got the power in your hands. Do you realize what you have in your hands, what you could be learning, what you could be gaining from it? And, certain things that he sees me do as far as learning a new language. And he's like, oh, I want to be like you, learn a new language. I was like, you got it. You got it in your hands. And he's like, well, YouTube Kids doesn't show that. No, it does. Look up Spanish words. Look up French words. Like, you have that in your hands.
Tell them to start low. Dora the Explorer in Spanish.
Right.
He's going to do you.
Right, exactly, because you're going to do so much more with it. So, but Nacho, I appreciate you being on the show. Before I let you go, though, can you provide that social media info one more time?
Absolutely, man. Instagram, it is Tattoos by Nacho. If you don't know how to spell tattoos, I'll spell it for you. TATTOOS by Nacho. You can catch me on Facebook, at Color Your World, which is COLOUR. And also just Nacho Tattoos. You can go to Eternal Ink, tattoo.com, see my galleries and stuff there, any of them social medias. Yeah, I'm gonna be all over. So I'm gonna make it so that you don't have to look for me. Like you'll just know. That's how we're gonna do it.
Awesome. I love that, man. Well, Nacho, thank you again for being on the show, man. Blessings right now. Really appreciate having you on here, man.
Man, I appreciate it. Thank you, man, for real.
Definitely. And for the folks at home, check me out Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. on Facebook Live, or be sure to check out the replay on YouTube with interviews such as these. Nacho, appreciate you again, brother, for being on the show, man.
Thank you, man.
Fleslet on the beat.